It was an ordinary morning in Providence Municipal Court when a young man stood before Judge Frank Caprio, charged with something so common, yet so serious, speeding. The judge looked at him kindly. "Good morning, sir," he began. "You've been charged with speeding. How long have you been driving?" The young man shifted nervously and explained that he had only been driving in the United States for 6 months. Back in Africa, he had years of experience behind the wheel, but here, in Rhode Island, he was still finding his way. The judge leaned forward with a touch of humor. "Ah, so you celebrated getting your license by speeding?" The courtroom chuckled. The man quickly shook his head. He wasn't celebrating, he said. He simply hadn't seen a speed limit sign. He thought the road allowed 30 miles per hour. But when the officer stopped him, he was told the limit was 25. The officer claimed he was driving 35. Judge Caprio reminded him of the driver's manual, that little book every driver studies before earning a license. It clearly states, unless otherwise posted, the speed limit in the city is 25. The man admitted he knew that, but insisted he wasn't speeding recklessly. He was with his wife and his 2 babies. He was simply following the flow of traffic. The judge paused. "Your wife and your babies were with you? Where are they? Bring them up here." Soon, the family stood before the bench. The judge turned to the wife. "Did you tell him to slow down?" She smiled softly. "No, Judge. I didn't feel like we were going much over the limit. Maybe just a little." Judge Caprio raised his eyebrows. "Ah, so you're the honest one in the family." The courtroom laughed again. Then, spotting the little boy clinging shyly to his mother, the judge waved him closer. "What's your name, young man?" "Menelik," the boy whispered. "Well, Menelik, I have 2 very important questions for you. You can only pick one answer. Is your father guilty or not guilty?" The courtroom fell silent. The boy thought for just a moment, and then said firmly, "Guilty." The room erupted in laughter. Judge Caprio leaned back, smiling. "Well, there you have it. The most honest testimony we'll ever hear in this courtroom. Out of the mouths of children, the truth always comes." The father tried to explain that his son didn't really understand. But Judge Caprio shook his head gently. "No, I think he understood just fine." Then, the judge's tone softened. He looked at the man, his wife, and their 2 little boys. "You have a wonderful family," he said. "And with that comes a big responsibility. Every time you drive, you're not just carrying yourself. You're carrying the most precious cargo of all, your wife and your children. They depend on you to get them home safely." He leaned back in his chair, reflective. "I know you've driven for many years in Africa, and you have experience. But here in Rhode Island, the rules are different. And they're written for one reason, to protect families like yours. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you credit for your good driving record back home, and I'm going to dismiss this ticket. But take this as a lesson. Be careful. Slow down. And remember, sometimes the smallest voices, like your sons, give us the greatest wisdom." The father smiled with relief. His wife looked grateful. And little Menelik, still standing proudly, had unknowingly played the role of judge and jury that day. Judge Caprio offered a final blessing. "Good luck to you. Stay safe. And may God bless your family." And with that, the case was closed. But for everyone who witnessed it, it was more than a case about speeding. It was a moment about honesty, responsibility, and the powerful reminder that sometimes children see the truth clearer than anyone else.